Welcome to Hello English Teacher. Today we are going to look at the latest update for classes 10 and 12 by CBSE. If you are watching my video for the first time, please subscribe. You can listen to the explanations of chapters from classes 10, 11 and 12 English, and you can also get the latest updates. So now let's move on to the video. So let's look at the latest update by CBSE for class 10 and 12. So now the pandemic situation is continuing and we still are not aware as to what is going to happen to class 10 and 12 exams. As we know that the board exams for class 10 and 12 was cancelled this year. So there are some other updates that will be in action this year. So let's look at them one by one. So first of all, they have devised a special scheme for the new academic year, that is 21-22 for classes 10 and 12. So the academic session is going to be divided into 2 terms. So in each term you will have only 50% of the syllabus. So you will have first term and second term with your syllabus divided into 2. So now that your syllabus is divided into 2, that is 50% for each term, the board will conduct examination at the end of each term on the basis of the bifurcated syllabus. That means at the end of each term you will have an examination which will be conducted by the board. So you must all be ready to write 2 board exams at the end of each term, that is first term and second term. And then another thing that you have to note is you will have rationalized syllabus which will be notified to you in July this year. So what is this rationalized syllabus? So they may reduce a certain amount of chapters from all your subjects, and the notification of which will come to us by the end of this month, that is July. So as the pandemic is still continuing, so the schools have not been opened till now. So the schools can continue to teach in the distance mode, that is the online classes will continue until your authorities allow you to open the school. So the online classes will continue till you get notifications from your local government that schools can be opened. So that's about the examination part and about the opening of schools. Now about the internal assessment. You know that we have to write theory exams, we have written exams, as well as you have an internal marking system. For the internal assessment, so this is how the marks will be taken. This is for classes 9 and 10. So and you will have 2 terms also. So throughout both the terms you will have these things going on for your internal assessment. So you will have 3 periodic tests, and then you will have student enrichment activities, and then you will have to keep a student portfolio also, which involves a lot of other activities as well. Then you will have to do some practical work like speaking and listening activities or some projects, etc., as per your subject. So these are the things that will be included for your internal assessment for class 9 and 10. For classes 11 and 12 also we have internal assessment through your first term and second term, and for these you have all these items. You will have end of the topic unit test, that means after each topic the teachers will conduct unit tests, and there can be exploratory activities, practicals, projects, all these will be included in your internal assessment marks. Now how are the schools going to keep your marks, the internal marks? They will have to create a student profile for all the assessments that you have done over the year, and then they have to keep the evidences in digital format. So they have to preserve all the evidences of your internal assessments so that they can use it at the end of the year for calculating the marks, total marks. So once the marks are ready, CBSE itself will help us to upload the marks on the IT platform. So you no need to worry about it. So CBSE will give us the guidelines also regarding the internal assessments for all the subjects, subject wise and according to the rationalized syllabus. So there will be assistance guidelines given by the CBSE for all these things, for uploading the marks as well as how to do the internal assessments. So the board will also provide additional support by giving sample assessments, question papers, training material, etc. So all kinds of guidelines will be given by the CBSE. So now let's look at the term end examinations that will be conducted by the board. So the first term end examination will be conducted in November or December. So between 4 to 8 weeks you have time for the examination. So what kind of questions you will have? So it will usually have multiple choice question answers, the questions, and the duration will be for 90 minutes, that is 1.5 hours, and it will cover only the rationalized syllabus from the first term. So you can read your subjects, the syllabus will cover only the first half of the lessons. So only 50% of the syllabus will be covered for the first term examination, and you will have only multiple choice questions. So the question paper and the marking scheme will be sent by the CBSE, and the examination will be conducted under the supervision of external people, that is observers and superintendents, etc. So the marks that you score in this first term exam will be used for calculating your final scores. So that is very important, and you will be using OMR sheets to write the answers of this exam, because all the questions are objective type questions, and so all these marks will be uploaded on the same day itself. So now let's look at the term 2 examination, which will be conducted somewhere in the month of March and April, March to April. So the question paper is completely different from the first term question paper. In the first term you had MCQs, but in the second term you will have questions based on different formats like case based, situation based, open ended, short answer, long answer questions, etc. And this examination will be for 2 hours, and it will cover the syllabus for the second half of your rationalized syllabus, that is the second 50% of the entire syllabus. Now in case the situation is not conducive and we cannot hold this kind of examination, then again a 90-minute examination with MCQs will be conducted. So marks of term 2 examination would also contribute to the final score. So both the examinations are very important. So you need to see to it that you score very well in both these term end examinations. So now you saw how the term 1 and term 2 exams will be given to you, but then the situation may not be same all the time. So the board has also given various options as per the situations. So now let's look at each of the situations. So it is the time of the pandemic and we don't know what is there in future, but let us look at this scenario, that is A, in case the situation of the pandemic improves and the students are able to come to school or centers for taking the exam. So in case this is the condition, then board would conduct term 1 and term 2 examinations at the schools or the centers wherever mentioned. So the theory marks will be distributed equally between the two exams. So if you are able to come to school, the exams will be conducted in the school. So this is the first option. So now let's look at the next option. In case the situation of the pandemic forces complete closure of schools during November, December, but term 2 exams are held at schools or centers. Now suppose there's the pandemic is still continuing and schools cannot open during November and December, what will be the scenario? So term 1 MCQ based examination would be done by students online or offline from home. So you can use either online or offline mode to complete this examination from school, since these schools are not opened. The weightage of term 1 exam for the final score would be reduced and weightage for term 2 exams will be increased for declaration of the final result. Since you wrote the first test online, the weightage would be reduced and the weightage for term 2 would be increased. So now let's look at the third scenario. In case the situation of the pandemic forces complete closure of schools during March and April 2022, but term 1 exams are held at schools or centers, then what will happen? Results would be based on the performance of students on term 1 MCQ based examination and internal assessments. The weightage of marks of term 1 conducted by the board will be increased to provide year-end results of candidates. So since you are writing the term 1 in school and term 2 offline, So the weightage for the online tests will be reduced, and what you wrote offline in the schools or centers will be increased. Now let's look at the fourth scenario. In case the situation of the pandemic forces complete closure of schools and board conducted term 1 and term 2 exams are taken by candidates from home in the session 21-22. So what is going to happen if both the exams are taken online, that is from home, and schools are not allowed to open for the complete year? What is going to happen? Result would be computed on the basis of internal assessment, practicals, project work done, okay, and theory marks for term 1 and 2 exams taken by the candidate from home in class 10 and 12, subject to the moderation of other measures to ensure validity and reliability of the assessment. So all your internal marks and the theory mark, the written examination for which you have taken, will be used to validate your final marks. So I hope this new scheme by CBSE for class 10 and 12 is very clear to you, and how the exams will be conducted and how the marks will be computed is clear to you. So I wish you all the best. So thank you for watching.